also it's kind of a lifelong commitment of advocacy. Maybe not to the same degrees, but as you are growing and developing with your child in this process, you have to begin to teach him at a certain point how to advocate for himself.
Absolutely.
And so you wean him. I mean, my son, he's 24. He's very independent. However, he's not really totally independent in terms of the advocacy, but he's getting there. So the process is to teach him little by little, also to also tell him that this is what you do first, this is what you do second. These are where these papers are. This is where this is, because if something happens to you, you have this child or this adult child out there with autism, and in many ways, there is a childlike quality that remains, with them, even though they become independent, adults and responsible adults. So that has to be part of your plan, as well as to teach them how to advocate for themselves and to set up support systems for them, so that they are able to navigate into those, as adults themselves.
Did you seek counseling, therapist, or during this really
myself?
Yes, for you.
I actually,
because there was a lot on you.
Oh no, I didn't until he was like grown, and somebody said, you need to sit down. I have for the last like about 7 years or so after he was grown. I think it was 20.
Good for you.
And
that's self-nurturing. That's self-care.
It's on my list. I know that's why I came in. But actually, somebody said you should have been in there a long time.
And don't hesitate, moms, dads, grandparents. This is a lot. This is a lot. And we heard about the tension that can happen in your marriage, the tension that can happen in your relationships with your other children if you have siblings. So there are lots of possibilities for you. And what you can't do, you don't want to have caregivers burnout, which is very typical. This is a lifelong process. We're dealing with a 24-year-old, so you've got to be around for the long haul.
Yeah.
So it's really important, particularly those that have small kids. You got to pace yourself with this. You're going to be facing someone who's going to college. So where are you going to be 10 years from now? I talk to parents who are selling their homes and mortgaging their cars and borrowing all this money. And it may seem like the right thing to do in the moment. But where are you going to be 5 years from now? If you don't have a stable home environment, if you don't have a car, if you don't have resources, you really have to work at keeping your family intact and some of those emotional things, nurturing and taking care of yourself, because that's going to allow you then to be available and to be the advocate that you need to be for your child. So thank God, Flemmy, that you got some help and that you're here to encourage and inspire and be a role model for other parents who have younger kids, because that's so important.
And I'm so happy, that you wrote this book. I wish I had it, then please, everyone, really promote this book in the communities. Really promote it to the nth degree, because this is like a staple. That's something that I wish that I had. So really take advantage of this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's my concept of grassroots. I do work in the trenches, and that's what I like to say. I love coming into communities and talking to families, and we have an amazing ability to turn this around and to do so much. And when I meet parents like Flemmy, who've been at this longer, twice as long as I have, it just encourages my heart, because it says we can make a difference. Each one of us have an opportunity to make a difference. And I just thank all of you again for coming out, and I'll stick around and sign some books for you, and they'll be passing out their petition, and we're just getting God's work done here this morning. Terry's here, so if you want to talk to her about any issues.
Marva Allen.
Oh, Marva, the owner. Thank you. Oh, yes, thank you for having us and allowing us to come into your beautiful store and to share and to address an issue that's important to so many of us.
That's who we are. That's the nature of humanity. So I just want to thank you for being here. I apologize for not being here, but I was at a different event listening about the health care that is going to help to support you on some of these issues here. But this is why we need communities and places like Human Bookstore where we can get the message out to you. We are so grateful, and I look forward to having her with me in Fort Lauderdale to spread it to an even wider audience. We have to make the change and be the change we want to see. You know, so I appreciate your being here. I am so happy to have my colleagues here. I'm on the board of Neighborhood Charter Schools.
So wonderful.
You know, we're trying to put it together so that we can make a difference in our own lives. Thank you so much for being here. The books are at the register. It is a roadmap for you as you go on trying to navigate when attorney doctor.
That's okay. I've been given a lot of time.
Is not here, you know, that she has taken the time to put these words down for you so that you can at least get a place to be. And you can always reach out to us and we'll put you in touch with the attorneys in New York City that will help you to navigate this very, very, very circuitous process. So
Thank you.